What's up, guys? It's the Board Game Roamer. I am back with our next episode. So let's continue on with our goal here. So in the last episode we did actually complete a couple of things, which is awesome. So now we've got to decide what to do. We've done all we can at this location. So I'm kind of thinking I'm thinking maybe I'm looking over here. Last seen Persephone, the fixer, is over there. We've got some stuff at the Regina and the base Space Bazaar. I should have probably actually tried to apprehend Dalen at the Space Bazaar. I did not even think about that. Oh, dude, that sucks. 'Cause I know he's there, obviously. As a matter of fact, he was sitting out there. Wow. That is unfortunate. Okay. So, I think what we're going to do is, because we're so close, to Badger, I'm going to say maybe we go ahead and head to Badger just to get, we kind of want, I feel like, if we get Badger, that'll be 3 solid contacts. Plus, at Persephone, we can buy, and we could potentially turn in, or attempt to apprehend the fixer. So let's attempt that. So we're going to take the fly action, and of course when we take the fly action we have to get rid of one of these tokens. So we're going to get rid of one of those tokens. Then we're going to move here. So we're going to take 1 move, and this is Alliance Space. So we've got our nav deck. So let's see what happens. We'll take the top card. Oops, that should have been on the bottom. My bad. Okay. Where we go? Alright, so take the top card. Cruiser Patrol. Player route must move Alliance Cruiser 1 sector within Alliance space. So, that specifically says the Cruiser. So, we're going to move. Oops. It's going to be, again, like I said, I'm trying to play it fair, where it's going to be a direct route as possible. I believe that would be this way, so we move it right there. Alright, so that's good. 1 more. Big Black, keep flying. Awesome. And then we're going to, and I did not get rid of my fuel token. There it is. Land in there, and we got another flying, keep flying in the Big Black. Cool. So we're going to take those cards, and we're going to set those off to the side. Put the nav deck back over here. There are so many cards to this game, it's ridiculous. Now let me check one thing right quick. Okay, I just wanted to verify. So there's actually a specific card that causes these wanted cards to rotate. And Alliance Patrol is, as best I can tell, not that card. It says every time the Alliance Nav Cruiser card is drawn. We did not get the Alliance Nav Cruiser card. We got just a regular Cruiser Patrol. Okay, so that should not, as far as I can tell, have caused that to happen. So cool, we're on Persephone. So what are we going to do? We're going to take a deal action and we're going to check out Badger. So let's see here. Where's Badger? Ah, there you are, Badger. So we're going to draw 1, 2, 3. There's the 3 Badger cards because I don't have any jobs already sitting out there. So let's see what our options are. Oh, okay. So yeah. So here's an example I was talking about earlier. There's 2 piracy jobs. They got pulled, so I'm actually just going to set those aside and pull. That's a piracy job. 1 non-piracy. Okay, here we go. So we've got 3 Badger cards. The first one is poking holes in Niska's plans. We have to go to Georgia, Ezra, which is right there. 2 misbehaved cards, cover your tracks. And that is an illegal operation. We have once we misbehave to get paid, we have to potentially kill a crew if we lose a fight roll or not. It is illegal. It costs gives us 3,000, so that's not bad. And then we've got slave wrangling, Persephone, Lux. That's where we're at. We misbehave to get 3 fugitives. That is illegal and immoral. And it needs 2 fight, which we have. We drop them off in Murphy. So we would have to drop them off here, Aphrodite and Murphy. And that would give us $2,500 plus a $300 soldier bonus. So it'd be $2,800. Then we've got playing the middleman, load cargo in Athens, Georgia. So that's here where Patience is at. Drop it off at the Space Bazaar. And we potentially may make a little more than the card 1,800, and depending on how we roll the conversation, we may make 500 more or less. So that's a really big dollar amount. We've got a lot of fights, so I feel like that's probably a good one to keep. That's going to be the illegal card, poking holes in Niska's plans. We don't have rep with Niska, so I'm not worried about losing it. Then we've got slave wrangling. That's 2,500, 2,800 potentially. And it's just 1 misbehaved card. It is a moral. And I only have 3 in my hand. I've already got 1 in my hand. So I would have to not take one of these. Which one am I not going to take? I think I'm going to keep this one. I may end up ditching that at some point. But the other trip back to the Space Bazaar is just going to take... Well, you're not going to make... No, I don't have to take anybody. Or I may have to take 1 person. Yeah, let's do that. I take that back. I'm gonna get rid of this because as much as I do like it, it is immoral. I don't know that I want to risk that with my companion Shadra. Remember, so we'll take that in hand. And so basically, we kind of need to head towards Ezra. Right, because we've got the Red Sun, that's way down there. We don't have explosives, so we still can't take it. But I'm going to hold on to it because of the misbehaved cards. So we really kind of need to be headed this way. Now I am going to look right quick though at our fugitive card, because once we get somebody, let's assume that we do the showdown and we actually take this fixer at Persephone, who is there. We have to take him to the White Sun, or excuse me, the Ariel and the White Sun, and that's actually on the way. So I think that's a good use. So now the question is, I I believe we do to take a work action to do that. Let me just double check right quick. Let's see here. Bounty hunting. Alliance alert. Apprehending. Yep. So we're going to attempt to apprehend this fugitive. All right. So we know he's not on any other location. We know he's got to be there. So let's get that set up and let's see what happens. All right. So we just took a work action to do this. We're going to attempt to take the fixer. Here is the fixer. Now the fixer has mechanic and conversation, so they have one of each, so there's really not an advantage. They're going to get +1 to this die roll. So what's going to happen if we win the showdown? We apprehend it. If we lose, then the attempt is botched, which basically means we lost an action, and we have to kill one of our crew. We're going to take everybody to make sure that this goes off. Well, actually, no, I take that back. We're not going to take everybody because we don't want to have to pay them. I'm assuming, it doesn't really say. I'm assuming that these, everybody gets paid. Let me double check that. Stealing. Most wanted. Bounty cards, bounty journal, bounty hunting. We apprehend it. How many hours to get paid? You must deliver. Once you arrive, you must use work action. Once delivered, both fugitive card and the bounty hunter removed from the. Oh, so I guess we don't actually pay. I don't see anything that says. Yeah, I don't see anything that says we have to pay them. So if I'm wrong, please let me know. I'm going to assume not. So we're going to send everybody except for Shadra. So we'll pull her down here. Everybody else is going. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to roll the die. It is possible, if the fixer rolls a 6 and I roll a 1, that we would be tied, and the tie is in favor of the defender. So let's see what the fixer rolls. He rolls a 2, so I'll also roll a tool, but I have way more fight, which is what I chose to use. So he is apprehended. So we now have him in custody. So I'm going to put him down here, that card, and I'm going to put that right there underneath it. All right, so we have pulled him down. So when that happens, we immediately replace that card with another card, fugitive. This fugitive is the Crow for the crimes of felony murder, premeditated murder, involuntary murder, aggravated murder. He's got some issues. Last seen on Regina. So he's worth 3,500, and we drop him off at the command cruiser. So that goes there. And what else? I believe that's it, which only leaves a buy action. And realistically, there's probably no reason why we can't just at least peruse, because what's it gonna hurt? It's not gonna hurt anything where we're at. So yeah, let's do that. So let's take a buy action and see what we get. Alright, so we're at Persephone. So what do we see sitting out? We have skin-proof shades for 1,000. Gives the conversation of Fancy Duds. Well, we already have Fancy Duds keyword, so that's not really going to help. Persephone, 600 counts as a firearm, may be used in kosherized fights and doesn't count towards gear limit. Well, we're pretty stacked on fight. So I think I'm going to just pass on both of those, to be honest with you. And we're going to draw 1, 3 other cards. See what we get. So we got 2 ship upgrades. We've got, well, let's start with the top one. So booby traps, -2 to rivals, mechanic boarding test. We don't have to worry about that. If rival rolls a 1 when boarding your ship, one of their crew is killed. That's nice, but then we're not really using that. But discard to count as explosives. Now, I kind of like that because remember, we need explosives for this one. Of course, that is in New Melbourne, which is down here. It's all the way down here, so it is kind of far away. It's only worth 1,000, but we get 4, 8, 12, so it'd be worth 2,200 with our current crew because we get $400 for each mechanic on the job. So it might be worth like 1,000. The question is it worth the $600? Not sure that it's really worth the $600, just to be honest with you. I'm gonna set that aside for now. We may change our mind. Cryostasis unit. Rivals may not jump your bounties. Okay, we don't have to worry about that. 1 crew aboard ship may ignore Alliance wanted crew rolls. That's cool, but we don't have anybody that's wanted currently, so I don't really see any reason to spend 600. Dobson, he's a lawman. He's free in Alliance space. You may move Alliance cruiser to your sector as a fly action. He will not work illegal jobs, and he gets a $500 bonus bounty, and he's got a fight and a mechanic. Now, that's interesting because he's 0 especially. And if that $500 bonus, we're going to go turn in. So for $0, yeah, I think we're going to take him. So we are going to take that. Now, a little management here. Now let me read to you for a combination of your benefit and let's just be honest, also my benefit. What lawman does, because that is a special keyword that was introduced in the Pirates and Bounty Hunters. Okay, so lawmen work for free. Lawmen have $0 hiring costs, are not paid to cut from jobs. So if we're doing something and we send him on it, we don't have to pay him, which is great, and we get basically a free mechanic and fight. Lawmen obey the law. They will never work an illegal job. So that would mean that he would not help if we start these on either one of those 2 jobs because they have the keyword illegal. Alright, he would, however, not that it would really matter for this, but there is a legal job. Technically, he could go on it if we wanted to send him on it. Lawmen enforce the law. All lawmen have a bounty bonus, which is paid when a bound fugitive is successfully delivered. If you have more than 1 lawman in your crew, their bonuses are cumulative. So he does have that bounty bonus of $500. So we will, in fact, hopefully be able to collect an additional $500 on top of the $3,000, so $3,500 for this fugitive. That is amazing. Okay, cool. So we're definitely going to take him. So now we got to decide, do we want to buy either one of these 2? I think I'm going to hold off and not buy either one of these 2. Put those back at Persephone. So that was my buy action. Okay. So now, man, it is storming outside. So now we're going to take fly action. We want to head to aerial because that is, if you look on this card, in this corner, this is where we have to send them. I know it's hard to see. This is where we have to send them. So we're going to head to aerial. So we're going to spend our money there, and we're going to move towards aerial. So we're going to take one move, and we're going to be using, we're still in alliance space, so we're going to use the alliance nav deck. Interrogation requires discarding one crew. That's not good. Keep flying, or charm and sidearms. So this is a good example. I believe this is from the Caladesa expansion, if I remember correctly. Yes. So we have two options here, okay? This first one, get rid of a crew, we continue on. The second one is we can attempt a conversation, okay? So currently we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conversation. If we roll an 8 or higher, then we can keep flying. If we roll less than that, so we need a 3+. If we roll less than that, then we have to do a fight test. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which we would be able to evade, actually, just based on what we have. So I don't want to get rid of a crew, because I really like what I've got so far, and I really want to keep the lawman. So we're going to go for the second option. So that's going to require 8 conversation. Okay? So 8 conversation. We have 1. I'm going to just count this again. We have 1, 2, 3, because we have at least 3 mercs in the crew. So that's 3. 4, 5. 5. Now, unfortunately, we can't bribe, so we need an 8+. If we don't have an 8+, it'll be okay, but we need an 8+. Alright, so okay, so that's 3. Let me check something right quick. Alright, cool. So that is actually an 8, and we can see from the card 8+, keep flying. So we're good. I guess I should do it like that way. We're good. Alright, so we'll put that there. Then we're going to go one more. Big black, keep flying. That's what we like. We go here now. We run into the Corvette. And we actually have to full stop because it is the Corvette, but that's okay because aerial is actually where we wanted to go. So we're in aerial. Awesome. And the cruiser card comes out. It is Cruiser Patrol. Player to the right must move. Alliance Cruiser 1 sector, keep flying. So it's going to move closer, but we're there, so we're good to go. Set those cards off to the side. Alright. And put that back in there. Wow, that rain is coming down. That's crazy. Alright, cool. So what are we going to do? That's right. We're going to work. So we're going to take the work action to turn in this fugitive. So we can see here. We get 3,000 for it. All right. And there's his card. So this card is going to go out of the game. Right. These are like gone. No longer in the game. There's no way to get the fixer at this point. And this fugitive card goes out too, so it doesn't go back to the bottom and cycle, obviously. So we get 3,000 for that, and we get, remember, we get 500 because of our bounty bonus. All right. So we actually get $3,500. Holy smokes, that is so much money. So there's 2,000 for $3,500. Awesome. We like a da moolah, as they say. All right, so let's look at our cash situation right quick. Definitely want to keep up with that. So what does that give us? 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, D500, 9,800 out of the 15,000 we need. So we're doing okay. We still need some contacts for sure, but we're not doing shabby at all. Now we can't deal here, and actually we can't buy here. So we basically used up everything we could do. So now we need to fly somewhere. So the question is, where are we going to fly? Well, we have Badger and Patience jobs. Okay. So the question is, where do we want to go? We have to go. We got 2 in Georgia, and then we have to return to the Red Sun. So I think let's fly, because this is just going to be easy. Let's fly to. We got to go to Athens first. Athens is right here, and then we've got to go to Ezra, which is right here. Ezra is worth a whole lot more, and we can definitely get to Ezra. All right, so let's fly with the idea that we want to get to Ezra to do this. Okay. And hope. And I'm gonna actually, I meant to do this earlier. I'm gonna save the misbehaved cards off to the side, just so we know how many of these we've completed. Because remember, one of the possible things that we can do is complete 20 of those. Okay. So I just want to let you guys know that that's what I was doing, as there's so much card management going over here to the side. It's ridiculous. So what are we going to do? That's right. We're going to spend a fuel token. What else are we going to do? That's right. We're going to head towards Ezra. Now the question is, do we want to go through Alliance space or Rim space? Or sorry, Border space. Shoot. I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, or 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's 4 either way. Let's go border space. All right. Probably, maybe not, because yeah, let's go border space. So first, all right. In Adrift, oh man, this one sucks. In Adrift transport, their hull's been breached. Requires loading 4 fugitives. It is a salvage operation. Full stop. First option. Second option: disgruntle all moral crew and keep flying. So sorry, we do have 1 moral crew, but I don't want to stop. I don't have a place to offload those fugitives, so we're going to keep flying. So now Shadra is disgruntled. Oh, sorry. We're going to move, resolve a card, flying, keep flying. That's awesome. Move, resolve a card. Leaving no ground. Player to right. Must move operatives operatives corvette to an unoccupied Alliance, border, or Rim planetary sector. Okay, so to be fair, they would probably move it there, but it does say keep flying. Reaver's deadhead. The player to your right must move a Reaver ship to a sector adjacent to your current location, not occupied by Firefly. Okay. So, move a Reaver ship. So, I think, again, to be fair about it, I would probably pick one that hasn't moved yet, just to get more overall closer to where I'm at. And we're going to move it adjacent. And if I was playing, I would probably move it here just to keep me from going to the planet potentially to get to do some work. That's gonna be potentially a bit of an issue later on. Yeah, that's gonna be a problem. But that is 3. So we are where we need to be. And let me look at something right quick. Alright, cool. So what do we have to do? We do have to drop another token, alert token, where the Reaver was. We moved it from here. Boom. Whew. Wow. Alright. So let's just hope we never have to go to Miranda. Alright, so that's cool. So we resolved all of our cards. So we can put those up. And we can take our border space deck and put it up. Cool. So we are... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. No, I'm sorry. We got to go one more. So now I go one more to Ezra. Alert token gets resolved first. So I roll this and I rolled a 6. So that alert token has been resolved. We can remove it. And I draw one more card for landing. But first, the Corvette happens. Technically, it's a full stop. And the card that we drew was the big black anyway. So we're good there. Alright, cool. So, now that we're where we want to be, what are we going to do? We are going to... we're going to work. And we're going to start this job. Alright, so poking holes in Niska's plans, misbehave to get paid, and then we cover our tracks. So we're going to start that job. So this over here. And what are we going to do? We're going to misbehave. So where do we go? We go to our misbehave deck. Alright. And we have to misbehave twice successfully to get paid. Okay. So who are we going to take? Well, remember this is an illegal job. Theretofore, we cannot take the lawman. So we will take everybody else but the lawman. So we won't count his stuff. Let me move him down here so we'll know he's out. So first card. Alliance Patrol. That's great. Conversation goal is an 8. We want to get an 8+. If we get a 1 to 7, a warrant's issued, and we fail. Section 2, option 2 is required to transport attempt botch. So, you know, we don't have a fake ID. We have fancy duds, but no fake ID. So really, our only option is this top option, which is conversation. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 conversation. We do not have an option to bribe, so we need 3 plus on this roll to pass because we don't have a fake ID. Whew! I saw it spinning around on like the 1, which is just right here. I was worried. All right, cool. So that is successful. We have passed that, so we'll put that right there. Next is, oh, look at this. Okay, so here's the 2 options. we don't have to worry about either one of those because we do have a companion. So that is considered successful since we have the companion. So that is 2 misbehaved cards completed. So that is successful. So we're going to put that over here with our misbehaved cards. So we've completed the misbehaved part. All right, so now we got to roll. So we got an 8 fight. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we need 2 plus. There's a 3. Awesome. So we did pass this part, so it is successful. Oh goodness. That was a power blink here. That's crazy. So that is successful. That's $3,000. All right, so let's see if I can do better math than I have in previous episodes. So $3,000 minus 100, 400, 700, 1100. 3,000 minus 1100 is 1900. Hopefully my math is correct. And this is Badger. So now we have we're solid with Badger. So I'm going to put this here. All right. Sweet. So $1,900. So I'm just going to give myself 2,000 and turn in. So here's my $100 I'm going to turn in, and then get 2,000 just to make it easier to track. Boom. Cool. Oh goodness. Awesome, awesome, awesome. So there's our money situation. So let's assess our cash flow. All right, so let's go back and check this again. 2,000, 4,000, 6,000, 7, 8, 9, 10,000, 11,000, $700. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay, and we're doing okay, and I do not believe that I discarded a token for this last fly action. Hopefully I haven't messed that up too bad. Okay, cool. So that's the end of that. We can't buy anything here. We can deal, so we might as well deal potentially, because we do have two contacts, cards, jobs in our hand, so we could technically hold one more, and we do, remember, need 5, 2, 3. We do need 5 solid contacts, potentially, if we go that route. So let's look at, now of course Niska, yeah, and there's 2 piracy ones, so let's immediately get rid of those. 1. There's another piracy, so we'll have to get rid of that. And one more, that's piracy. No, not a piracy. Alright, cool. Plus the cool thing with this guy, I think, is generally you have more misbehaved cards. Alright, so we've got Her Majesty the Mayor of Whitefall. Poison the water supply on Whitefall and see it to Her Majesty's cattle. Take ill, cover your tracks with a little subterfuge. So this is illegal and immoral. This is not good. But look at that. Holy cow. Ton of money. So misbehave to get paid, cover your tracks. That's potentially 3, and that's in Athens, Georgia, which actually, where is Athens? Oh, it's right there. So we're super close to that one, so we're definitely going to consider that one. Slave grab, another illegal moral, no surprise there. In New Hope, take them to Motherlode, Red Sun. So we'd load them up here, take them to here. All right, so that's a long way away. But we get a medic bonus of 400. We don't have a medic, and potentially 4,500 depending on how we roll. So that's considered, but that is 2 misbehaved cards, which I like. Then there's a soldier bonus, 3,500, 300. Kidnapping for fun and profit, misbehave to load 1 fugitive. That's in here in Lux. Deliver them back to Ezra for 3,500 plus 300 with a soldier bonus of 3,800, and we have the requisite information. Gosh, since we can only take 1, I really think this is the one we're going to take. That's going to give us 3 misbehaved cards, A, and B, we don't have to go far away just to straight up get that money. And when we complete it, that'll be 4 of the 5. 4 of the 5 that we have. Cool. So I'm thinking thinking we're going to take it. I think we're going to take this one. All right, so we've considered 3. We're going to take this one job due to our hand size limit. And that's going to go over here. So now we have another Badger, a Patience, and a Niska card. Yep. And that is what we can do. And buy, there's nothing that we can buy that's not a location we can buy on. We've used all the actions we can. So that's going to complete it for this episode. So next episode we'll continue on our way, and we'll see what kind of fun and trouble we can get ourselves into. I have a feeling trouble is not going to be a problem at all. Alright, so thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for subscribing. I'm the Board Game Roamer, and I will see you, ladies and gentlemen, in the next video. Bye, guys.